everybody. Good morning. I want to welcome everybody to the new Woburn Fire Headquarters. Behind us we have the state-of-the-art facility, which is built on 3.5 acres right here at Forest Park, which includes a 27,000 square foot facility that houses ambulance and fire services, and also a 6,800 square foot maintenance mechanics building right in the back. This building represents a major step forward for the city in the process of upgrading and modernizing fire services. The new headquarters addresses health and safety for the firefighters and public, with separate zones for the operations side and the administrative and public side of the facility. Included on the operations side are decontamination facilities for personnel and equipment, and spaces for on-site training, including an exercise room, training tower, and a mezzanine above the apparatus bay that provides space for ladders, ropes, and confined space training. The facility also provides new living quarters, a meeting room for training, and public use and administrative offices. In February of 2019, as part of the planned improvements to our fire department facilities, the City of Woburn retained Danisco Design to evaluate and develop a feasibility study and a schematic design for new and renovated fire stations. The critical phase of this project was completed in January of 2020. During this period of time, the building committee, consisting of myself, Chief Kenton, Chief Adgate, Tom Quinn, Jay Corey, Tina Cassidy, Orazio DeLuca, Charlie Doherty, Mike Freeman, and Marie Lingblom, held numerous meetings with the main goal of providing an upgraded modern facility for the Woburn Fire Department that would increase operational effectiveness and improve the level of service for residents and businesses of our city. A wide range of alternative sites and scenarios were evaluated to identify potential new sites and consolidation. The feasibility study examined planned commercial and residential development, population growth, response times, cost-effective construction, and energy efficient, healthy buildings. Right now, the city is in the process of installing a 150 kilowatt solar system on the roof of these headquarters to further enhance energy safety. The building committee selected a 4-station configuration consisting of existing stations in the south end, Station 4 on the west side, and Station 5 in East Woburn, in a new headquarters with an operations mechanic support building at this site. The selection resulted in a reduction of the overall number of fire stations, with a net improvement in fire response time at the most economical overall cost estimate of $30 million, including $23 million for this gem behind us. There's also $7 million for renovations to the remaining 3 stations, which will begin later this year. The decision was made to complete early site work for the new project, separate from the general contract construction of the building, to take advantage of seasonal weather, eliminate potential site work inflation, and eliminate general contractor additional cost markups, and to have the site ready for construction in the spring of 2021, which we did. Before the early site work preparation could begin at this site, the city obtained a special permit from the City Council and Article 97 legislation from the state legislature, with the invaluable assistance of our state delegation. Site work did commence in August of 2020 and was completed in December of 2020. The general contract for the construction of the headquarters at this site commenced in May of 2021 and recently was completed in April of 2023. To fund the $23 million project, the city issued a 20-year bond in June of 2021, taking advantage of our hard-earned AAA bond rating, to receive an interest rate of 1.67%, which is basically unheard of. The annual debt service will be approximately $1.4 million over the next 20 years. In short, it took a great deal of hard work by a number of dedicated people to get us to this dedication ceremony this morning. We had an outstanding, I can't say this enough, we had an outstanding design team from Danisco, led by Rick Rice. Rick, thank you very much. Danisco, thank you for your work. And our project manager, Pat Saida, who words can't explain how valuable he's been to us over the years. Thanks, Pat. G&R was the contractor. They did an excellent job. As I said earlier, we had a very dedicated building committee and a very supportive city council who's standing behind me. Chuck Viola, Mike Buchanan, Joe Demers, Joanne Campbell, Ruben Morris, thank you very much, guys. Great job. And I do want to recognize the city departments who were instrumental in the headquarters build-out, including the building department, Tom Quinn and his staff, engineering, Jay Corey and his staff. From the DPW, we had Jay Duran, Lenny Burnham, and Tony Blazkowski and their staff. They were excellent in doing site work. Thank you very much, guys. Police Chief Rufo, during the construction, supplying the details to keep the site safe. Also, IT Director David Mastronati, Procurement Director Orazio DeLuca, City Solicitor Ellen Doucette, Auditor Charlie Doherty, and Treasurer Tim Donovan, and all of their staff were instrumental in getting us to this point. And last but not least, I have to recognize the invaluable efforts of Chief Kenton, who, in addition to his knowledge as fire chief, used his skills that he learned from his own very successful construction business to act as an additional boots-on-the-ground project manager. Chief, thank you very much. Woburn residents can be proud of what we accomplished over the past 4 years. It was truly a team effort. The Woburn Fire Headquarters are dedicated to Woburn firefighters, past, present, and future, and their families who have sacrificed bravely and served and protected the residents of the city of Woburn. So let's give them all a great round of applause. I'd like to introduce Chief Kenton. Chief.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everything. I'm overwhelmed by the crowd today. Truly amazing. It's been 35 years for me hoping for a facility like this, and it's just amazing. This beautiful facility is a culmination of 5 years, as the mayor said, of hard work by many people. I know a lot of you have seen the beautiful architecture of the outside of the building. I look forward to you coming on in and us showing off the inside and the many functions of the station. At this point, I'd like to recognize people involved with it. Mayor Galvin, thank you very much. I appreciate everything you understanding the need for the headquarters and the funding to start the project and see it through. Just to speak to your commitment, Mayor, on multiple occasions the mayor came to me and said, Chief, if there's anything you need for this project, you just come to me and we'll get it done. And we did. We did a lot of good things. As the project went along and many change orders and cost increases, those conversations were a little harder to have with the mayor. But we got through it. We worked great together. And as he said, we're going to set our sights on the three new the three existing substations, and I'm excited to get going, and I know the mayor shares the same excitement. To the council members, I see a lot of you here today. I've had the opportunity to bring a few of you through, and Mike, Lou, and Jay, and I thank you for your positive feedback, and I look forward to bringing the rest of you through. To the architectural firm of Danisco Design Incorporated, Rick, Ann, and Mallory, thank you for this incredible building, the design on it. We spent a lot of time together over the past 5 years, hundreds of building construction meetings, phone calls, Zoom meetings, covering everything down to the smallest detail, sometimes painful, the keying schedule, Chief Bull. But a few curveballs along the way. The dispatch center was a challenging thing, but we got it done, and so thank you for always answering the phone, Rick, and being there for us. Mitchell Associates, which is the Bob Mitchell and his staff, they specialize in design of public safety, public building safety, and we spent a lot of time with Bob early on in the project in Danisco, visiting the multiple fire stations across the state, taking all the good and incorporating it into our building. I really believe, we really believe, the design of this building is second to none. First class. From our training tower to our decon function, to our apparatus bays, our classroom, administrative offices, just to name a few. I also believe Rick has submitted the building for an award, and we'll see how we do. Hopefully there'll be something else. Thank you to Pat Saida, and his team, Dick and Joe. Pat's the city OPM on the job, keeping us on track and looking out for the city at all times. Although, Pat, I'll have to say, in the beginning, I wasn't sure about you, Pat. I heard the words value engineering a few times, and every time it felt like we lost something on the project. But you taught me that value engineering is not always a bad thing. And I come to realize that sometimes it's a good thing. And I really appreciate you, Pat. You are the consummate professional, and you're a good friend, Pat. Thank you. To the DPW, Jay and Lenny, they've been great. It's a partnership with us moving forward. They're going to be maintaining the building. The building inspector, Tom Quinn, I don't know if he's here today, but we had a few occupancy issues in the beginning, but we worked through them. Thank you. City IT, this building's packed with IT and tech, and without Dave, Craig, and Tyler, we'd be lost. And thank you to all the other different departments in the city. To GNR, is anybody here from GNR? Tom, you here? He's hiding. But thanks to Dan, Ian, Dave, Tom Cullen, Adam Brenner. They did a great job keeping this project going, and sometimes through, some difficult times. So through the winter, through COVID, supply chain issues, we had issue with the steel early on. We couldn't get steel. Jeff Bezos took it all. Switchgear. If I ever hear the word switchgear again, it'll be too soon. That really screwed us up. But anyways, we pushed through, and we're going to be wrapping it up. We just got a few loose ends. Finally, for me, it's a thank you to the men and women of the Woburn Fire Department. Chief Adgate, who was very involved with the project until his retirement. Chief Poole, on it every day, Chief. The building committee, Janelle, Rosa, all the members of the department that put a ton of time into this, both on and off the clock. Thank you to everybody, and I look forward to seeing you inside and giving you a first-class tour. At this time, I'd like to introduce Chief Adgate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to start off by saying again a few more thank yous to the people that were involved, the entire process, the entire community. First off, to the mayor for supporting this. This started out as an idea, and now, of course, we have this beautiful state-of-the-art facility. To the total support of the City Council right from the very beginning, past and present, for their total support. And again, this is what we ended up with, and it's a state-of-the-art, beautiful building. To everybody else that was involved, from the DPW to the Woburn Police Department, the City IT Department, everybody that had a hand in making this a reality. I'd also like to thank the citizens of Woburn for being behind this project right from the very beginning. It's a testament to the idea that we do support our firefighters, and we want to make sure that we have the best in place for all of them. Mike Morenon asked me to mention his name too, but he stayed out of our way, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And I'd also like to recognize Chief DePoli, that was part of the organization a few years back. And again, I'd also like to thank truly Chief Kenton for picking up the reins of this project and making this building absolutely superb. Second to none. The design team, the architectural firm, and Pat yourself, for that whole group that was involved in making this a total success. And I actually do look forward to reading about the awards in the Firehouse magazines that I still subscribe to. I read them quite often. But most importantly, I also want to recognize the past firefighters that are retired firefighters that are in the audience right now. And I'm sure that they're looking at this thing and thinking to themselves, wow, what a building. This is, as compared to what you all worked with, it really is amazing. And I was in all these stations too myself, particularly Station 3 here. We won't get into the details of Station 3, but we're all very familiar with what we put up for that amount of times. But I will say this too, that and I jokingly would say this to the mayor, back in 1962, when the firehouse on Wynn Street fell to the ground, burnt down, there was a commitment from the mayor at the time, I think it was Mayor Gilgun with Chief Callahan, to build a new fire state-of-the-art headquarters company. Only took I can't do the math real quick, but it's 70 some odd years that it's finally a reality. But better late than never. But getting to the most important part of it, I just want to wish the current firefighters and future firefighters well in their new facility, and take advantage of all the state-of-the-art safety equipment that's involved in the building of this facility. It's all designed to keep you healthy and to live a long, productive, healthy retirement. Don't ever forget that. So that's all I got to say. But again, thank you very much for the whole thing. I'm very happy and very proud of the whole process. Thank you. Chief Adgate was instrumental, and working with him was a pleasure for the time he was here, but he was instrumental in getting this to the planning stage. So Chief, your efforts can't be underestimated, and Chief Kenton was with you side by side and got us over the finish line, but if it weren't for Chief Adgate, we wouldn't have been here. So let's give him a really great round of applause. Also, I'd like to bring on one last speaker, and then the tours of the building will start. But our state delegation was very helpful in getting us to this site. It was Article 97 land, meant it was protected, and you couldn't use it unless you replaced whatever you're using with twice the amount of space, open space in another part of the city, which we did. But we had great guidance and help from our delegation, particularly State Rep Rich Haggerty, and he's here to say a couple words. Rich.
Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks Mayor Galvin. It's an honor to be with all you fine people today to celebrate the dedication of our new fire headquarters. As the grandson of a firefighter, I have immense appreciation for the brave men and women who put their lives on the line for our residents every single day. Their leadership team, of course, is behind us, and the community that supports them. The Woburn Fire Department has a long, proud history of keeping our city safe, and this new station will allow them to build on that legacy in the tradition of excellence for decades to come. The new state-of-the-art facility represents an important investment in public safety and the well-being of the people of Woburn. It provides our firefighters with the modern resources and infrastructure they need to continue serving our community with the dedication we all have come to appreciate. With the latest training technology and maintenance facility, this fire headquarters will meet our city's needs for the foreseeable future. The facility strengthens our city's emergency response capabilities, and more broadly, it stands as a symbol of our enduring commitment to public safety here in our city. During the height of COVID, as the mayor mentioned, I was proud to pass legislation at the State House that allowed us to do some land transfers and get us to a point where we could build this station here. Of course, I want to thank Chief Kenton, Mayor Galvin, and our City Council who's backing me here, and of course all the retired firefighters for their continued service in our city over the years. This building is yet another symbol of the spirit of Woburn, a community that cares, a community that protects, and a community that builds things together. Thank you everybody for being here, and I appreciate your continued support.
That concludes the ceremony. I want to thank everybody for coming. Tours will start inside, but we also have some cake and some water and coffee. You can go inside. Right behind us, Chief will have people in there, but there's some BJ's cake. We've got a nice picture of the fire station on it, so it's pretty cool. Thank you everybody for coming. It's a great day for the city.
So this is our new dispatch system, and this is the primary dispatch center, and we're listening to all different fire departments, and we're part of Metro Fire, a regional bunch of fire departments based in Boston, and so everything's electronic on here now. We can open the doors, and excuse me. All right, so yeah, that's our main dispatch screen now. It's all electronic, and I can control the lights, the doors, everything from it. And then we have this. They built this station. It's not done yet. It just doesn't have this, the primary dispatch. So if we need help, there's only one dispatcher in here, 24 hours. And if we need help, something major happens, we try and get another dispatcher in to help us. We'll get somebody off duty. But That's it, yeah, everything's modern now, it's a pretty good system. And, that's it.
So do other firefighters also do dispatch, or?
Yeah,
is it
we
just-
rotate through.
Okay.
Yeah, we rotate. Yeah, we rotate. Typically, it's the new guys.
Yeah.
And, but we rotate. We have so we work 24 hours, but within the 24 hours, we have a day shift and a night shift. And somebody does it the day shift, and then somebody comes in for the night shift.
Okay.
And that's how we do it. And then we rotate through the ambulance. So the guys on the ambulance rotate through here. And sometimes guys want to do it, and they'll ask to do it. Some of the other guys.
Yeah.
You call 911 on your cell phone, it goes to the state
State,
police. And the state police will send it to the Woburn police, and if it's a fire or EMS, they send it to us. And then we get the phone here, and we dispatch it according to what they need.
How many calls do you get a day, would you say?
We've gotten 76 calls in the past 24 hours. So we get a lot. It depends. There's no rhyme or reason for anything. Typically, it'll be quiet for a couple hours, and then we'll get 4 calls at once, where everything's running. Back in February, we had that freeze thaw.
Yes.
I think we did. I was on engine 2. I think we did 60 calls ourselves in 24 hours. It was a crazy number. So you never know what's going to happen. It's pretty cool.
Nowadays, everybody has their own lockers with 2 sets of fire protective gear that they leave here. Like you saw some of the firefighters leaving just now. They'll put on their gear, but have a second backup set of gear right here. In the event that it gets dirty, filthy, rotten, dirty, or today's environment is cancerous materials, so the materials that are on your body and on your clothing can be washed in the high-tech equipment and high-tech washing machines we have here. Change out your gear right here. Airflow in here makes a clean, disinfecting environment. Everybody, as you can see, has their own individual lockers for each member of the fire station right here at the headquarters. This would be the training window where firefighters will be trained to rappel or rescue other firefighters with a tie off here, technical rescue squad, through training to get out and up and down the window. So this is purposely put in here as part of the training for the firefighters to train from instead of going to other sites. Again, only accessible to the firefighters for training, so when people go by and they see this big giant tower, the training tower. Coming in now, each firefighter has a code, and this will get them into their lockers to their personal equipment. Just type in your code number throughout the building, wherever you want to access your personal belongings, or perhaps your equipment. It's locked up here. Some of the guys have already put their numbers and names on here, so just come in, press your code, and your locker is open. Again, this is coming from where we just came from, the shower room and the decon area as well. Started back this way. You come here, you're going to get into clean environment, cleaner clothes, change out, and then you can return to duty. It's all state-of-the-art facility here to get the equipment up off the ground and work on them in indoor settings. And all the tools and all the bells and whistles that you need are in here. Obviously, like anything else, there's manuals and instructions that come in here to tell you what you're working on.
So do they have firefighters specific mechanics, or do
Yeah.
they have outside?
So we have Ben Duran is one mechanic, his assistant
Okay.
comes in every once in a while until they switch off. They're actually firefighters that are on duty.
He's gonna give
Where they watch all the cable TV shows, whether it be a city council meeting, maybe a school committee meeting. These are all the highlights of the city government right
Must
here.
see TV.
Must see TV, Woburn Public Media. It's the only channel they get, Woburn Public Media, that's it. Everything else is restricted, so.
Oh, that,
Closed, open.
that's cool.
The technology they have today, firefighters can come in here and do a study program, online classes, to study what's happening. Commander or a shift captain, you'll see the trucks roaming around town with the C3 on it. In particular today, Group 1 is working, and Captain Mike Dowd is the captain in charge of the group today. So he's the incident commander in charge of all the members that are working at this station, as well as all the outside stations. So when the previous building, the captain was in charge, but he didn't have this kind of individual quarters to himself. And he's doing all the command work right here from this facility and this office upstairs. So tomorrow will be a new shift for number 2. Group number 2 will be in here, and the shift commander for Group 2, Bill Stuckey, he'll be in charge of that group here at his time for the next day, 24 hours. Oh, so this is EMS training. Firefighters are trained in all the EMS, they're all EMTs. Some may reach the level of paramedics. This is where the permit specialist works, so you got a a home inspection for your house, smoke alarms, smoke detectors, as well as commercial buildings throughout the community. It's all processed in these rooms right here. EMS, this person is responsible for the training of the firefighters on and off duty.